Hey guys, what's up? Enrique from DSM Tool here, and welcome to today's video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different because we normally preach on using eBay dropshipping and sourcing from AliExpress, but today we're going to talk about a wholesale supplier. Now, I'll get a little bit into what is wholesale, the difference between wholesale and online arbitrage. But today we're talking about CJ Dropshipping. That is the main topic of today. So, before we get into the video, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel because we are constantly putting up new content. We go live every single week, and we are putting out great content for beginners when it comes to dropshipping. So, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and like videos. If you feel that this information is useful, then like the video. So, let's start. Okay guys, welcome back, and I have a small presentation ready for you guys for today's content. Now, before we dive into the subject, which is a wholesale supplier, CJ Dropshipping, let me just remind you, when it comes to dropshipping, it's all about finding profitable products, and then once you found those items, list them into your store, and finally, with your supplier, work to send them over to your buyer. That is pretty much the essential of this business model, but there are two different approaches, and we're going to be talking about the difference between what is wholesale dropshipping model and online arbitrage. So let's start with online arbitrage. As you guys can read here in my presentation, this model allows you as a seller to sell items into your online store without holding inventory or purchasing inventory ahead, plus you don't need to spend money on advertisements. Now, when it comes to wholesale dropshipping, it's a business model where you have to buy products in bulk, for example, a stack of the same item, and once you purchase that inventory at a low price, you stack it up and then you can sell it. So that's the difference. But let me go ahead and give you further information of the subject. But before I do so, let me just say that we're going to be putting on the link in the description down below links to articles. They're very useful when it comes to wholesale dropshipping, when it comes to CJ dropshipping, when it comes to dropshipping as a whole. So you can check that out on the description down below. As well, I will be showing you guys a very awesome tool that we developed that is a DSM Calculator that I always use on my live sessions. We can calculate our profit margins there. So let me just show you. I'll be showing you how to use it on this video, but it's going to be on the link in the description down below so you don't miss out. Now guys, over here I will go ahead and make comparisons, and the points to be compared will be the following. Number one, simplicity. How simple it is to start with online arbitrage model or wholesale dropshipping model. Starting capital. For those of you who are starting, who are wondering how much money it would take for you to begin, then I will be addressing that topic right here. Then profit margins, relationship with suppliers, and last but not least, compliance with the eBay dropshipping policy. That is a very important topic, and I want you guys to know what this is and how to work around it if you're using online arbitrage, or how to work with it. So before we head deeper into my presentation that I have ready for you guys, I want to show you a quick example of wholesale and online arbitrage websites. For example, we have here Alibaba. This is a marketplace where you can find products and categories and subcategories, as you guys can see. And then we have AliExpress, that is provided by the Alibaba group as well. This is a different marketplace such as eBay, but the difference between these two is that when it comes to this wholesale website, you have a minimum order, as you guys can see here, that you need to purchase, right? And then you add this into your inventory if you are using the wholesale model. But if you're using the online arbitrage model, you don't need to purchase as a minimum order. You can purchase, or you can list one item with one variation or several, depending on what you want to do, but you don't have that requirement of a minimum order. So you over here buy inventory pretty much with a minimum order of each product, and over here you can list one product into your store. So that is one of the big differences that you have here. Now let me just dive a little bit deeper into online arbitrage and the idea behind that, right? So the idea behind online arbitrage, guys, is you find a product a hot product on eBay, for example, and you want to source that same product for a lower price on a different website. Again, using AliExpress as an example. So I found this remote car key shell, right, from Chevrolet on eBay. This is being sold for $10.95 by this seller right here, RockShop08. So if you want to know how good this product is, you want to first determine how demanded this product is. So for example, if you click on this link right here, you can see this item has 18 sales overall. Out of those 18 sales, you have this transaction table. Over here you can see the variation that was sold of the product, the price that it was sold for, the quantity that was bought, and the date of purchase. If you're using the online arbitrage model, you can source and you can list each and every one of the of the variations of one product, or you can only select one. That is your choice. So the point I want to make here, guys, is I found this item, and this product is important for me because it has more than 3 sales in a month. So if you want to find a hot product, always choose products or items that have at least 3 to 4 sales in the past 30 days. That means that they are being demanded, and you want to sell demanded products. Makes sense. So I sourced the same item on AliExpress, right? And I found it for a cheaper price, and that is the end goal of online arbitrage. Looking for demanded products and then sourcing those same items on a different website for a lower price. So we have $3.21 for this variation right here, a 2B for Chevrolet. And then we have the shipping methods that is offered by the supplier. If you want to learn more about how to choose suppliers, how to choose a shipping method, even how to set up your shipping policies, we're going to be having first a webinar coming up. Is going to be appearing over here on top of my head. It's going to be a small link, but also is going to be in the description down below, along with several links that you guys can read, because we have a DSM Academy blog page. We have tons of useful articles there, so you can go ahead and check it out. So I don't want to dive too much into this subject, but the idea here is I found the same product sold on eBay for a lower price on AliExpress. Now, I want to also quickly show you guys, and this is going to be in the link in the description down below, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a great tool that is a calculator that we already have the formulas for you guys set up. All you need to do is fill up this 3 cases over here. So if you want to determine how much profit you can gain, or how much profit the seller is gaining per sale, then what you do is you put the eBay price, in this case $10.95, and then the cost of the product on AliExpress would be the supply cost, or the product's price, $3.21, and then you're going to put down your shipping method price, in this case with AliExpress standard shipping, $4.72, and then there you have it. And we already calculate for you guys your profit, or the profit that seller is gaining per sale, along with the fees that you need to be covering up, in this case eBay and PayPal fees. So this is a tool that we want you guys to use. You can also list every single product that you found and sourced. You can list it right here. You can even list competitors you can follow and get back to them every 15 days, every week, using the sniping technique. If you want to learn more about that, I have a webinar on product research. Go check it out. It's going to be appearing right here also. But you can do tons of different things using this awesome Google Sheet that we created for you guys. So you can go ahead and check it out and use it. So let's start with the first key point here, which is simplicity, right? So when it comes to the difference between online arbitrage and wholesale model, we have the following rules. So first off, with online arbitrage, you can offer a variety of products, different products within a click away. You can even change your whole listing. You don't need to be stuck with an inventory of products. You can constantly change, make a good product research, see which items are being demanded on the market, which products are hot products, and so you can change that anytime per month, right, on eBay. Also, when it comes to the product research stage, you would need to spend a little bit more time analyzing the quality of the product, because you remember that drop shipping right here, this model, you don't have access physically to the item, so you don't know very well the dimensions of the product and so on and so forth. All you see is what your supplier is offering from the screen. So yes, you would need to take a little bit more time analyzing the quality of this product, and there's a way you can do that. And again, it's all about analyzing the supplier as well, and watching reviews, seeing the product star rating, and so many other things that again I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and check it out. On the description down below is going to be a specific link to that on how to analyze the supplier, and also on the webinar I quickly show you guys in details how to search a supplier, how to find good products, and so on and so forth. That is online arbitrage, right? So the big let's say advantage that you have is not only that you don't need to purchase inventory ahead, but also you can change your listings. You can change the products that you offer in your store with no problem. When it comes to a wholesale model, you need to purchase a bulk of products, right? Having a little bit of higher risk, right? Because first off, you need to buy a whole set of products, a bulk of products. Let's say I'm trying to sell this case right here, and I buy 10 of these, so I need to sell this on my store, right? Although I can get them at a lower price, and I'm gonna get onto that later on, but I mean, you have to sell in bulk first. And second, it's kind of harder to start working with a wholesale supplier eventually. There's a lot of things. Some of them might want you to be experienced when it comes to e-commerce, and also you will need to have a little bit of a higher capital. Again, all these topics will be addressed right now. I just want you to know that it's not that it's easier to start, and it's more simple to start with online arbitrage than it is with wholesale model. But an advantage that you have with this model is that you spend less time on product quality check, because the supplier that you're choosing, your wholesale supplier, they already do it for you. For example, CJ Dropshipping, and I'm gonna get to that point later on. Then we have starting capital. So starting capital is the following. Number one, when it comes to online arbitrage, and this is an advantage that you guys would have if you start with this model, is that the starting investment is lower. What do you need to actually invest? Well, first off, and for starters, a dropshipping software that will help you automate your store. You can manage your store there. You can manage your listings. You can work on optimizing your listings, and so many other great features that a dropshipping software like DSM Tool offer. Then you would need to have an eBay subscription, right? If you want to have an eBay store, then you can optionally, if you want, you can invest in a product research software. Let's say, for example, Sig Analytics, where you can find great trending products there, but that's optional. You don't have to do it. There's a way that you can do it without investing on that by using two things. Number one, you can do it by the sniping technique model manually, and then you can do it by TerraPeaks, eBay's TerraPeaks software tool is a marketing tool. Again, it's going to be appearing right here. I have a webinar mainly focused on product research, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Besides that, you will need to cover your eBay fees and the PayPal fees. eBay fees, you will need to cover a 10% final value fee for most of the products you might sell. And your PayPal fees is depending on where you're dropshipping. Let's say in the USA, PayPal deducts a 2.9% plus a 30-cent fixed fee out of every single sale. And another optional investment would be a beginner's course that we're going to be offering very shortly, guys. Is going to be available, and we have a full detailed step-by-step A to C guide on how to start eBay dropshipping. But that's optional, but it's a great tool to use. So online arbitrage, all you really need to invest in is a dropshipping software, eBay subscription, and you need to cover your eBay and PayPal fees. That's it. So I can give you a harsh estimation of maybe up to $500 to begin, or as a starting capital investment. When it comes to wholesale model, the starting investment is higher. First off, you need to have your dropshipping software, as I mentioned. You need to also have an eBay subscription store. You will also need to cover your eBay plus PayPal fees. you would need to buy inventory of products ahead. And last but not least, there are suppliers that they charge you a drop shipping fee. So your starting capital is going to be greater than $500, right? So depending on how you see it. Now, when it comes to profit margin, guys, we have over here the following. When it comes to online arbitrage, the profit margins are very lower rather than wholesale model, which with a 20%-ish. The downside is you cannot control stock since you depend on the supplier you choose to work with. For example, on AliExpress. So we with DSM Tool, what we offer you if you choose this model is that we have a great feature called dashboard alerts, and we let you know there also which are your underperforming products, so you can remove them if you like, and also which products are out of stock. And it's a lower risk model. Your risks are lower since you don't need to purchase inventory up front. So that's the upside. The downside is you cannot control stock because you don't own the inventory. And your profits are significantly lower than the wholesale model. Now, going to the wholesale model, guys, you can see here that the profit margins are higher compared to the online arbitrage, being around 50%. You can get cheaper price when you purchase in bulk an item, so you can get a very good deal when you purchase in bulk. You can control your inventory because, again, it's your inventory, you're purchasing for it. And the cost control of your inventory is better. Now, when it comes to relationship with supplier, guys, as you guys can see here, first off, with online arbitrage, that's a downside. You don't have a direct contact with the supplier because you're sourcing from various suppliers. When it comes to product research, again, you can see the webinar. You are looking for a hot product that you found on eBay. You're trying to source that same item on AliExpress, but you're trying to look for different suppliers depending which one is more reliable, which one is more profitable. It's totally up to you. There's no rule of thumb. You as a dropshipper, you as an entrepreneur, you need to see and weigh your options, but you don't have one supplier. You work with different suppliers depending which one you choose. But in the wholesale model, you have a more direct contact with your supplier who you're buying inventory from, either from a manufacturer or a third-party company such as CJ Dropshipping, right? And I'm going to get a little bit into that topic later on. But in short, the upside of the wholesale, you have a strictly direct contact with your supplier. And then when it comes to the final part, which is compliance with the eBay policy, guys, and again, it's going to be in the description down below. We have a specific article in details of what is this eBay dropshipping policy, what happens, and how you can work around it. And also we have a video on it. I'm going to put it over here on top so you can go ahead and check it out. But let me start by saying that if you choose the online arbitrage, sourcing from another retailer or marketplace goes against eBay dropshipping policy. That doesn't mean, though, that you're going to get completely banned or suspended. What you need to do is work a little bit harder when it comes to finding great products, optimizing your listings, giving great customer service. And you can see and you can learn more about it over here. I'm going to click it in just a second. But the wholesale model, you are complying with the eBay dropshipping policy because dropshipping is allowed on eBay, such as in Amazon. But what is not allowed is to source products from a different retailer or a different marketplace or website such as AliExpress. So with the wholesale model, you are complying, and when you're complying with eBay dropshipping, then you're going to get a little bit of more exposure per se. You're going to be having the chance of being a top rated seller. You can learn more about it here as well. Let me show you here right now. We already have this article right here. This is going to be in the description down below. We have a video on this article so you can learn how this works and why is eBay dropshipping policy, when it was released, and what you get, and so on and so forth. You get the point, guys, right? So if you want to learn more about it, head over to the description down below, click on the link and read this article. It's very, very informative. Even though you choose wholesale model, it is very good to know and be aware of what is the eBay dropshipping policy. And let's do a quick comparison, right? You already know the pros and cons between each model, right? So let's put this into perspective. So when it comes to simplicity, online arbitrage is better, is simpler to start rather than a wholesale model. Number two, starting capital. online arbitrage is better because depending on you, but you don't have to worry about starting with a huge investment. You can start with a small investment and you can start making sales and still make good profits out of the deal. But when it comes to profit margins, wholesale model is better because your margins would be higher than the online arbitrage. When it comes to relationship with supplier, then wholesale model is better because you have a more direct contact with your supplier, depending if it's a manufacturer or a third-party company such as CJ. And last but not least, the compliance with the eBay policy. It is better, the wholesale model, because again, you're complying with the eBay dropshipping policy. However, guys, I cannot stress this enough. That does not mean that you cannot approach the online arbitrage. And now let me do a final review for you guys. What I think. And I'm going to show you over here on this, precisely on this presentation. But let me just give you a head start on a tip that I want you guys to know. If you're a beginner, especially if you're looking for a low risk business model and a business model that you can start with a small investment, do the online arbitrage model. Learn how to properly work with eBay search engine optimization, learn how to properly product research, learn all these features that they're gonna give you further, let's say, experience in the field and further knowledge, but also once you've done that, then with more experience, it's going to be easier for you to move to the wholesale model. Now that brings me to this slide, which is when should you change to wholesale dropshipping? As I mentioned, I would much rather start by using the online arbitrage model. You can do it depending how much you want, but you can do it for a couple of months, or you can do it for a year, depending. It's totally up to you. But what you can do also is, as a beginner, you could consider changing to a wholesale business model if you want, after at least making 5 to 10 sales of a specific item. The reason behind that is because that way you can determine which product is demanded, and then you can see, hey, you know what, this product that I'm selling is having so much purchases, so many people are buying this product, and I can get a better deal and a higher profit margin if I buy this in bulk for a lower price, and then I can resell it for a higher price. I'm gonna get more profits out of the deal, and it's going to be better for me. So for example, take into consideration this sunglasses right here, and let's say that this sunglasses that you are selling into your online store, they're making 10 people are buying it 10 times in a day, right? You have a huge demand. People are purchasing this product like crazy. You have 5 to 10 sales per day. Then you say, hey, you know what? I want to increase my profit margins. This is a product that I'm seeing that has a lot of demand. People are wanting to buy this item. This means that I could consider, you know what? I want to sell more of this product, and I want to maximize my profit margins. As you guys saw on my previous slides, you have a better profit margin percentage on the wholesale model. So what you do, you risk it if you want. You say, you know what? I have a history of this product. People are buying this item. Let me buy in bulk. So I buy in bulk. I buy 5 to 10, depending on how much you want to buy. And you move to the wholesale model and you start selling in bulk. And then you're gonna have a higher profit margin, but it's up to you. I mean, there's no rule of thumb. We're just giving you tips. You can start with the online arbitrage model, right, for a couple of days, or for at least when you sell 5 to 10 times a specific product, or even you can consider starting for 3 months with the online arbitrage, gaining a little bit more experience, and then moving to the wholesale model. It's totally up to you guys. But as a tip, we will tell you, hey, at least wait till you completely see which of your products have a huge demand, where you can start selling in bulk that same item, move to the wholesale model, and then you can maximize your profits. So now guys, let's move over to my final slide of this presentation right here, and it's all about CJ Dropshipping, right? So why CJ Dropshipping? What is so special about this platform? So let me start by addressing what this is. It's a platform which integrates product sourcing, order processing, and shipping fulfillment. So there's 3 key points and a lot of things you can do within CJ. Moreover, and I will tell you more, that with CJ Dropshipping, you have the option of either dropshipping aka online arbitrage, or use the wholesale model. So you have the best of both worlds, and you can choose between one of them within the same platform. Not only that, is that if you choose the online arbitrage, which again, as I showed you before, is much more simple to start with that model, and also you can start with a low investment capital. If you choose the online arbitrage model, you can source products for a wholesale price. This means for a cheaper price. So for example, you might find prices with product sourcing within CJ lower than you might find it on AliExpress if you use the dropshipping approach. So that way you have a lower price for the product, you can sell it for a higher price, and then your profit margins are going to be a little bit higher. As I showed you before, difference between profit margins is that you have a much better profit margin with a wholesale model, but in CJ you're the 20%, which is around what you might have in profit margins, is going to be a little bit higher because you're going to have a better deal out of the product. So let me show you the website, let me show you how it looks, and show you a little bit more about the features this site has. So again, if you're familiar with AliExpress, the dropshipping website, the CJ dropshipping website looks pretty much the same as AliExpress. You have here categories and subcategories. When it comes to product sourcing, you have various ways to do so. For example, you can choose a product within the categories and subcategories you choose. You can even search for specific keywords. For example, kitchen appliances. You can also search by SKUs, and SKUs is an ID of the product, right? It's a serial number for the product. You can also have that information with CJ Dropshipping when you're looking for a specific product. And also, this is very awesome, you can source by dragging or uploading an image. So for example, let me drag one of the products that I've sourced on my live sessions previously, and it's this Pandora right here. So once you've done that, you upload the image, and what CJ does is pretty much it looks for the same product and it shows you different options, as you guys can see here. So you have different options. You can either view an inventory, you can either list it. You have so many other features that you can do so. More than that, you can do the sourcing. I'm going to show you this specific part right now before I move over there. You can also print on demand. You have different warehouses where you can source product from, US warehouses, China warehouses, Germany, so many other countries. You have wish lists, authorization. In this case, if you have an eBay, if you have an eBay store, then you would need to have an authorization on that. Let me show you how it's done. So in my case, if I'm opening an eBay online store, I head over here, I create my account. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna sign in. I'm gonna skip this part so I can move a little bit faster. So I already logged in, guys. Again, first thing you want to do is you want to head over to authorization, and you want to create your username, your password, and once you've already done that and you logged in, on the tab where it says My CJ, let me show you guys over here, where it says My CJ. Let's get back to CJ Dropshipping. So over here where it says My CJ, you can see everything related to your profile and your account on the website. Which you can find awesome tools, for example, products that you source, what is your level, pending payments, bulk processing, imported orders, dropshipping orders, and so on and so forth. So for example, if you want to connect your store, you would need to head over to the last tab here. And in my case, and then again, in your case as well, once you set up your eBay store, click on the eBay slot, and then you're gonna go ahead and click here on Add Store. In this case, you'll have a specific, a list of things you would need to do and follow. So it's very simple to do. All you need to do is log into your eBay account, click My eBay to get your store's name. You can read it right here, but let me show you how it's done. So let's get over to eBay, and on the top left corner of the website where it says your name, you can head over there. And then over here where it has your picture and all that stuff, this right here would be your store's name. So this is my store's name. Sorry guys, hold on. There So this is my source name provided by eBay. Let's head over here and we paste it and we click authorize. So there you would need to agree. There's an agreement. Obviously, you go ahead, you agree, and pretty much then you are connected. You connected your store onto CJ. And another thing that you have with CJ is you have different agents and they're always willing to help you. So there's a pop-up chat that you can get. You can also, if you have questions or any type of concerns, you have a support center. There's so many cool features on CJ Dropshipping. But now let me show you how to product source. Now let me show you an interesting feature that is product sourcing. More than doing all the steps that I showed you before when it comes to looking for a product, where you can look for under a keyword, specific keyword, or SKU of the product, or even the categories or subcategories that CJ website offers, along with the image option here that I showed you how to use it. You can do a product sourcing request with the CJ team. So to do that, head over to this sourcing tab right here. And before I go over and move over with further information, I just want to tell you that you have a sourcing limit per day. You can source up to 5 products per day, right? When you're starting with CJ. As you guys can see here, I already sourced my first item. And I'm going to show you how to analyze, the prices and so on and so forth. But in order to get to this point, what you do is you're going to head over to this tab where it says Post Sourcing Request. Click on it. And over here, once you're here, you want to click on this option where it says Individual Product, right? So, because store existing product is a product that you already have in your store, right? Let's say the sunglasses I showed you in my presentation, I already have that item, and I want to try to look for more of those, and already have an existing product, and all I do is put the information here. But in this case, we're looking for an individual product, a different item. Now you're gonna get this page here where you have to fill out this kind of form, where you upload the image of the product, you choose the product tag or category of the product's name, the price, the destination country where you're going to be drop shipping in this case, or wholesale. In this case would be the United States, and the estimated quantity and the sourcing URL. So the most important thing here would be this sourcing URL, because that is where the CJ team will be able to see the product itself, right? So let me explain the flow of this. You start by filling this form. Once you fill this form, right, with the sourcing URL, you submit it. The CJ team grabs the information, reads the information, heads over to the page of the URL, and starts looking for suppliers or manufacturers in China that offer the same product. They negotiate a price, and they get back to you within 2 to 3 business days, I believe, with the information. Or I think I don't know if it's business days or days. I believe it's business days. So if they get back to you within 2 to 3 business days and tell you, hey, I found the product and this is the price that we negotiated. So you look the product. I'm going to show you how I did it on the item I sourced. You look for the product, you see the product, you see variations they found, you see the price, the dropshipping price, the shipping, and all that stuff. And if you agree, then you can list it, right? You can go ahead and list it. So let's do that right now. Let me show you how to fill this up. I'm not going to submit the request because I would need to wait around 2 to 3 business days for me to get the process complete. But I already have that for you guys. So let's just go ahead and fill this form to show you what you do. First, it's all about looking for a demanded product. And I want to emphasize here that you would need to do a small product research, right? If you're dropshipping especially, but with wholesale as well. Again, it's going to be appearing right here, my webinar on product research. So what you do is the following. Look for a product that has enough demand, like this one, on eBay. Let's use the same example, right? So you can look for any product. Or you know what, let's use a different example. Let's try to find a different product. Now over here, guys, I want to suggest you, it's going to be in the link in the description down below, to have two important tools they're Chrome extensions that will help you a lot when it comes to the product research method. First, have the eBay popularity sort to sort items from the most popular to the least popular ones on eBay, and then use Ali tools to source those same products onto AliExpress. The reason behind that is that if you're using AliExpress as a sourcing URL website, you're gonna have a higher chance in finding with the CJ team the same product for a very good price, even a lower price than you might find it on AliExpress. So that's a great deal. So let's start with whichever product right here. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and see smartwatches, right? Let's do a smartwatch. Okay. Doesn't matter. This is for the sake of the example. Then with the eBay popularity sort, you can see which products are being sold the most, and then head over to the least sold one. So let's use the first example right here, this one right here. So you can see that this has this has 3,944 sales in general. Moreover, you can see how much sales were made in the past month. Okay, as you guys can see, a lot of sales were made only on the 15th of February, today's date, actually. So you can determine that this is a product that a lot of people are buying, a lot. Okay, so you have your item here. By having Ali tools, you can head over to the image, click on the magnifying glass where it says find on AliExpress, click on it, and then you're going to be directed to different suppliers. You may want to choose whichever supplier. Look for the most reliable. It doesn't matter at this point because CJ is going to find the supplier, right? It's going to find the product over there and source it, and you don't need to worry about product quality because they already do that for you. But just for the sake of the example, so we have this first product right here, right? Let's say you can even source for the cheapest one, because again, you're going to be posting the URL of the site. But let's just start with this one for the sake of the example. So once you're here, you found this on AliExpress. What you do is the following: grab the information. So upload image, and let me just go ahead and do a little cut here because I want to optimize time. Okay, so I already have everything filled up here. As you guys can see, I already have the image based on the images I found here on AliExpress for this specific product. The product tag, again, is the category. You can see that information over here. It says consumer electronics, so we have that option here, consumers electronics. The product's name is the title of the product, where you can only put smartwatch. That means it's not that relevant, to be honest. Then you can put the target price. That would be, I don't know, let's say the target price you find here. If you want to find it for a small, obviously you want it for a cheaper price. So let's do, instead of $22.99, let's do for $20, for example. And over here it's being sold for $29, $29.99. So we can still manage to get profit margins, a very good deal. And then your destination of country, in this case would be the United States of America if you're dropshipping in the USA. And then you can choose the purchasing type, either wholesale or dropshipping. Again, if you choose wholesale, then you will need to estimate a quantity of the product. This means in bulk, because you buy inventory in bulk. But you can also choose dropshipping, where you don't need to put you don't need to submit this information of the quantity. All you need to submit would be the sourcing URL. In this case would be this information here, this link. We're gonna put it right here. This would be the most important part of this small form that we need to fill in. So once you've done that, you click submit, and then just wait for the CJ to do their magic, right? So this is what you do, guys. Again, if you're choosing the online arbitrage model approach, or aka dropshipping, then you will need to do a thorough market research to find a demanded product, and then trying to source that same item using Ali tools, for example, and you can source it and look that same product for a cheaper price on AliExpress, so you can find it for even a cheaper price with CJ. Again, it's going to be in the description down below. Product research, you can do the sniping technique, which is consists in 3 simple steps: finding dropshippers, analyzing their store, and looking for the best selling products. Obviously, you will need to calculate or estimate the profit margins that you might get out of the deal. You can also use our calculator right here, or you can even do a trending niche research. All that information in the description down below, product research webinar, go check it out. So we have that and we click submit. Now let me show you what CJ does when they come back to you with the request completed. This is the product I initially sourced before. As you can see, the status is sourcing succeeded. So CJ got back to me. Now you can see the SKU here. Again, is the serial number or ID of the product. And if you want, and again, it's all with dropshipping. I chose dropshipping as my first initial approach. Now, here, guys, you can either chat with an agent. You can, if you want, you can delete it if you like, or you can check on the details of the product. So click on details, and you'll be giving this information. So, guys, you can see here that we have this page right here. Now, to actually see the details of the product, just click on where it says view product details, and you will be given this site over here. So over here you can see the product price, right? The price, the final price negotiated with the CJ team with the manufacturer of the product, $4.21. You can see that it's shipping from China warehouse. You can see the shipping method over here. You can choose whichever method at this point, what you want is to choose the fastest shipping method, but also the most cost-effective method, meaning something that is, cheap, but also pretty fast. So you have the estimated delivery time over here, and you have the shipping cost right here. So for example, if you use CJ Packet, we have 9 to 15 days. An estimate, right, between let's say up to 2 weeks. The shipping cost would be $4.1 to $4.23. But we have more options, but again, this would be the fastest one, or this one right here would be 3 to 7 days, DHL official, but the price is higher. So again, stick to something that is fast but also cheap. So we use CJ Packet Ordinary, put OK. You can see how much quantity. Now, when it comes to shipping, guys, I want to address you that the price does not go for the quantity of the item rather than the weight. What they do is they weight in grams the weight. Again, I cannot stress that enough, of the product. So if you choose a higher quantity, then that weight is going to go up, and the price was going to go up, the shipping price and the drop shipping price. So this is one, depends up to you. Processing time, when it comes to shipping, guys, consider the following. You need to consider the time frame between 9 to 15 days plus processing time. So it's 9 to 15 plus 1 day of processing time. Okay, so it can go up to 16 days for your buyer to receive the item, right? You have the SKU here, the product attributes, the material, and so on and so forth. So you want to see which variation you have, which variation you can offer, so many other important things. I will be addressing in details more on how to analyze a good product and list it and so on and so forth on a different video. But this video, I just want to focus on what you can do on CJ Dropshipping and how you can approach either the online arbitrage model or the wholesale model on the dropshipping, on the CJ Dropshipping platform. So now, let's say I want to source this item. I see that this product is going to give me profits. The way you can see that is by using this tool. Now we switched onto full screen mode. I want to emphasize on this example. So this is the product I initially sourced before, and this is the result that the CJ team came up with in terms of the product and the price, the final price. So a couple of things I just want to revisit. Again, this is the product's price. Then you have, then you can choose a shipping method with different estimated delivery times and then different shipping costs, which I have already covered. Just try to choose the best one in terms of the fastest shipping method, but also the most cost-effective method as possible, because again, you want to go ahead and try to get as much profit as possible and also be competitive. Okay, So you choose the shipping. In this case, I chose CJ Packet Ordinary. It will take between 9 to 15 days. Now remember guys that when it comes to shipping cost over here, this is being determined by the weight in grams of the product. So you can sell in bundle as well, and the more weight that product may have on the package, then the shipping cost is going to go higher. Now, this same product that you guys can see here is being sold on eBay by this seller Randy underscore marketplace, right? For the exact same model, exact same product with different variations, such as we have here as well. Keep in mind also that this person is sourcing products from China. You can see that information again, trying to revisit topics I already discussed. If you scroll down on shipping and payments, you can see that the item's location is in Shanghai, China. Okay, so now another thing I will be putting on the description down below is this awesome US eBay fee calculator, which in this case, I would highly suggest you guys to always stick to this first line here. You don't care about any other part, you just want to fill up here. Now, out of this four pieces of information you want to fill up, just omit this one, shipping charge. There is no shipping charge, but there is a shipping cost. So let's start. So we have that the product price is for 4.21. So you put that information on the item's cost here. Okay, so we put that here, 4.21. 1 second, 4.21. Then we have a shipping cost, and the shipping cost would be for $4.13, 4.13. And the sold price, this would be the final price that you will put on your store on eBay. So let's take a look into how much this product is being sold for by this seller by Randy. So this person is selling this for $13.29, pretty much any variation. So this is the only price, right? Okay, so instead of selling this for $13.29, you want to be competitive in terms of pricing. So always be cheaper. How cheap? Doesn't matter how cheap you go, as long as you have a lower price than your competition. So in this case, let's go ahead and offer $13 out of the deal. And if you scroll down, okay, so if you scroll down, you can see here three pieces of information that is very, very important. So the first one would be the eBay fee that you would need to cover. The PayPal fee, in this case, remember that we are drop shipping into the USA, so the fee percentage is 2.9% plus a fixed price fee of 30 cents with PayPal, and your total net profit margin would be for $2.79 if you want to make the sale on this item. So again, it's all about you're pretty much sourcing from the same exact country. So it's from China. You're doing the same thing, however you're being cheaper, so that is where you are competing. Also, if you want, you can also do things such as the following. You can up the quantity. This means that you can offer the product in bundle by a specific variation. That obviously is going to up your prices, your costs. So the shipping cost is going to go up because the net weight is going to be higher. Not only that, the product price is going to be higher as well. And the final dropshipping price that englobes these two things is going to be higher. However, you can either manage to make a profit if you analyze it, or you can say, you know what, I'm gonna sell this a little bit, not as cheap. Maybe I'm going to sell this for a higher price on eBay, but since I'm not being competitive in pricing, I am being competitive in terms of how much I am offering for the product. So remember, bundle of products means more of the same item, and most people would rather buy, or at least a lot of people would rather buy a bundle of items or products to have, just in case to lose one of them. It depends on the buyer. So you have to be very analytical at this point. But I just wanted to show you guys what you can do in terms of analyzing the products page offered by CJ team once they come back to you, and also how to use this awesome calculator to pretty much calculate your fees. But you can also use our DSM Tool calculators Google Sheet, which I already showed you how to use. So now it's time for me to, let's say I want to source this product. Let's say I just want to sell one quantity of the bundle of the item. Let's say I want to do that, but I want to show you now how to list and how to use this on DSM Tool. Before I show you how to list the item using DSM Tool and also how to quickly set up your DSM Tool accordingly, I also want to talk a little bit about the eBay business policy. So first off, you want to set up how you're going to get paid, your shipping policies and return policies, for example. So what you do is on your eBay website page, on the home page, already you would need to have your seller's account set up, but once you've done that, head over to help and contact here on this tab, and what you can do over here is just simply type business policies. So once you've done that, head over to this first article here, and then you'll have this page. Now if you scroll a little bit down, then you have this option here called opt-in. Click on it. So once you've already clicked on the opt-in option, you're going to be directed to this page over here. Before you would need to obviously grant access from your Google account and everything you need to do obviously into confirming or verifying your account and so on and so forth. So once you've done that part, then you're going to have this page. Now I would like to say that at the beginning you're going to be finding a bunch load of business policies, and in this case I would suggest you to just erase them all. They're just too much and you don't need them as well, so you might find it kind of like overwhelming, so don't worry, delete them all. You're going to be focusing on 3 business policies. The first one would be the return policy, the second shipping policy, and the third payment. You can choose whichever you want to start first. That's not too relevant, but yeah. So what you do, I already created this as you guys can see, but how you create this is the following. You can go over here where it says create policy, and then you can choose one of the 3, right? So you can start by choosing payment. So there you're gonna be able to create that set policy. Let me show you what I have so you can copy as well the same thing I have. You don't have to crack your head too much. Let me just show you by clicking on this edit button. So let's start with the most simple step. In this case would be the payment policy. So first off, you have a policy name. You can name this however you want. I called it PayPal Immediate Pay, which is an option from PayPal. You can call it, again, you can call it even PayPal Immediate Pay. You can call it PayPal Policy or Payment Policy, however you want. Then on the description, you just want to put down your email, PayPal description, and the most important part here is to set this as default. And so you just click on it and you have this little check done, so set it as default payment. And then over here again you have the PayPal option. Always have PayPal as a payment option, and also accept credit card, debit card, or bank payment safely with PayPal. Then again, you want to put down here your email address, right? The one that you have the link to your account, and then you click on require immediate payment. When a buyer uses buy it now, you can pretty much read what this means here, but always use that. Click on it, always use that, and then you can read here what is for. That is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, so once you've done that, just click on save, and that would be the first part of the payment policy that you created. Now let's go over to the return policy. Go on to the return, click on edit. So again, you can call this AliExpress return policy, because this is obviously when you're using AliExpress as your website, sourcing website, but you can just call it return as well. Just call it return policy or however you want to call it. In this case, we're using CJ Dropshipping, so yeah, so just call it however you want. You can call it return policy. We can call it return here. It's not too relevant. Return policy here, and set this as a default policy. And now over here, yes, domestic returns accepted. You would need to accept it actually, because if you accept, if you have a return policy, then that will benefit you as an eBay seller. Then also receiving the item, your buyer should contact you within the first 30 days. Yes, have that always as default. Then return shipping policy will be paid by the buyer. This is important because again, we're sourcing from China, and and you don't want anyone to, let's say, return an item, right? So you want to avoid that situation as much as possible. So by telling the buyer, hey, we accept returns, however you would need to cover the the fee, the shipping fee, and knowingly that the item is, knowing the buyer the item's coming all the way from China, most likely they would not want to return it. But anyway, just always have it set up with buyer. International returns accepted as well. This is very simple step, but just have all this done. You can screenshot this if you want at this moment, and then you can do it yourself. And then just click again on save. Now it's time for the most complex business policy. In this case, would be the shipping policy. So let's get down to it. At this point in time, I just want you to know the following. I mean, what we can do is we create 2 shipping policies. Now, the first one, if you're using the online arbitrage and you're using AliExpress as your main website source, then you can see what I created over here. So you can use AliExpress, but this video is about CJ Dropshipping, and most of you would like to use CJ Dropshipping. So let's create shipping business policy based on CJ. So just click the create button over here, shipping, and then over here on the policy name, just call it CJ China policy. Okay, you can call it CJ Dropshipping policy, however you want to call it, but I want to call it CJ China policy. So we copy and paste it. Again, policy description is not relevant, set as default in this case. Okay, now over here you want to do the following. Before we get into further addition over here, I want to say that, for example, since you're using CJ Dropshipping as a sourcing website, right, a wholesale supplier, in this case, guys, when it comes to shipping method, you can work either with CJ Packet Ordinary that goes from 9 to 15 days, or you can even try to work with ePacket. Let's see, let's try to find ePacket. Normally ePacket, this one over here, ePacket UU, it's up to 50 days, but you can find ePacket itself that is up from between, let's say, 9 to up to 20 days. So I would always recommend you guys to have a business policy that supports up to 20 days, and between CJ Packet Ordinary or ePacket, depending which one is cheaper, and also which one is up to 20 days estimated delivery time, you can choose whichever one. But yes, start by having the support when it comes to shipping time frames up to 20 days, and that way you can guarantee that you can either use CJ Packet or ePacket, which they're normally they're fast enough and they're cheap as well, so they're cost effective. Okay, so again, at this point, try to find on services method that better suits it. Remember, always try to go, you can scroll down, try to go up to 20 days. So let's try to look for that here. We have standard up to 19 days. It's close enough. Okay, so we can use this one here that goes from 7 to 19 business days. It's very close enough to 20 days. Maybe try to find something that says up to 20 days. Okay, let's see. 23 days. No. Okay, yeah, so we can use this one over here, the expedited shipping from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan to worldwide from sorry, not this one. This one's the standard shipping from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan to worldwide. Normally, you're gonna find a lot of sellers and drop shippers that use the same exact shipping policy over here. And again, free shipping because we're gonna be including within the price the shipping cost. Remember that, so the buyer is not gonna pay for shipping per se because it's already included. So always you put that on here, just free shipping. After you've done this already here, guys, handling time is very important. So the handling time would be the time that it takes up to how much it takes to process the order. So when it comes to CJ Dropshipping, normally it takes between 1 to 3 business days. 1 to 3 business days. So you want to set up to 3 business days over here. So always do that. And now it is time for you to go ahead and include or try to exclude where you want to ship onto. So I made here on a Google document, and I'm gonna put this on the description down below, the countries where ePacket or CJ ePacket is available. So we have Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Croatia, and then you get the list of the of countries over there. So you want to always set up your shipping policies to be shipped out to these countries over here, and obviously this is shipped up to the USA, if for those of you who are dropshipping into the USA. One thing you want to do here in alternative international shipping options, put always the flat same cost to all buyers. The same thing here at domestic shipping. Now over here, guys, you want to put here ship to worldwide. And then services use the same one as you have here, standard shipping. Let's see, standard shipping to worldwide, the same one. The cost would be 0, remember, and it's just the same thing as you did over here. There's no cost of shipping. And now the problem here would be that in this case you will be shipping worldwide, anywhere around the world, but you want to focus on some countries. So what you do is you create over here, you can exclude locations. You can try to create that yourself, and I don't want to get too much into this topic because it kind of takes time, and it all goes back to this list over here. So you want to know which continent out of each country there are from. So just do that. Again, I'm going to leave this in the description down below, and you can create that. So how do you create it? So what you do, you click on where it says edit exclusion list or create. In this case, I already had a list already, but let me show you. Just click on this part. It's going to either say edit if you already have a list, or say create a list if you don't have one. Just click on it, and then you over here you can exclude by clicking on each and every single one of the options. You can exclude, and each option that is not clicked on is an option that you are pretty much including. So again, I don't want to take too much of my time because this is very self-explanatory. You have to already you have to already have notion on how this works. So again, just go ahead to this list once you watch the full video and start creating your exclusion list, and this is what you do. And you hit apply, and once you hit apply, you can hit save. And once you've hit save, then this is going to be created. And again, you can go ahead and set it as default as well. So you do that as well, depending which one you want to choose. In this case, we're going to be choosing as default CJ China policy, which we just created because we're using CJ Dropshipping, so we use this one as default. And yeah, that's pretty much how you are on top of your business policies on eBay. So now that I showed you guys what to do and where to find the information as well, it's time for me to show you how to list an item and how to properly set up DSM. So this is the DSM tool. This is my DSM tool dashboard over here. This is pretty much my homepage for my account, but I don't want to go exactly over on how to set up the business policies and everything. You have to link up into your account using the DSM tool. However, I'm gonna quickly show you where you can go. So this is going to be in the description down below as well, so you can go ahead and click on Start Dropshipping with DSM tool, and there you have a 5-step configuration checklist for one day. I again go over this on the webinar because it's going to be showing on the upper side of this video, so you can go ahead and check it out as well if you really want to learn how to properly set everything up when it comes to DSM tool. But yes, you have every single step over here with each guide. So this is very important. Set up a new account in DSM tool. You can click there. Then you can do the recommended settings for eBay stores, how to use the dropshipping model, and how to set up your DSM code. This is one of the most important parts where you can set up, let's say, auto messages feature. That's going to help you a lot when it comes to your customer service or customer support. So you can click the guide here, and we show you on the article every single step on how to set up your business policy, shipping companies, your break-even percentage, template settings. That's going to be how the buyers are going to look your store into, the DSM Tool Chrome extension, and so many other important features that you want to be on top of. So again, guys, I invite you to read this article if you're not familiar with it, so you can go ahead and set up your DSM Tool account as soon as possible. Anyway, now back on the dashboard. So you have a couple of features I want to show you guys. So we have the dashboard alert, so you can see your sales statistics in terms of sales, profit, and views in terms of week, month, 90 days, or 3 months, and annual. Also, if you have, let's say, an underperforming product, if you use the online arbitrage, we'd let you know on there's going to be an alert here, so you can remove that product yourself. Also, we let you know if you're using, again, the online arbitrage, not the wholesale model, we let you know if an item is out of stock. And we have a lot of important features for either online arbitrage or wholesale model. And we also have the templates. You can use different templates depending on which plan you have. You can use the dynamic template. It's one of the best ones for me, at least. It kind of configurates depending on what you're selling. Then you have theme or seasonal theme templates such as Halloween, Christmas, and you can go ahead and according to what you want, you can choose whichever you want. The other one would be, one of the most important parts would be the rapid lister. That is what I want to show you. When it comes to rapid lister, you can list one item over here, or a bulk lister, which you can list different items over here as well, but we're going to be focusing on rapid lister. So what you do when you already want to source an item. So let's say that I want to use this product, I want to sell this into my store. I already agreed with it. So what you do is you grab the URL link, you Control-C to copy it, and then Control-V to paste it. Then obviously you're going to publish it to eBay. You can use whichever template you want. I will be using the dynamic template, so you just click import. That's pretty much what you do. Just wait for it to import. So this is what it shows up after you already imported the information. This is grabbing information from this page, from CJ's page. So again, you can see here first the title, which you can change it to optimize it. Images as well, you can change or add more images. You can even change main images. I am not going to explain exactly how to do this because I already done this on the webinar. So again, I want you guys to go ahead and check it out. Also, we have articles on the DSM Academy on how to properly optimize listing. Again, this is already going to be in the description down below, guys, so I want you guys to go ahead and read it, watch it, and get more familiar with these features. But again, I just want to quickly go over them right now. So you can optimize your title to get a winning title. You can add more images. Again, you can start by editing the price. How much would you like to sell the item for? So just go ahead and put edit price. You have all the different styles and variations of the product. You can sell the whole 16 variation, or you can sell just one of them, depending up to you. You can change how much is the price that you want to sell it for here in the target price column. You can just go ahead and edit it, right? So in this case, we want to sell it for, let's say, $13. You have an estimated profit over here. So you have 3 ways. Look at this, guys. You have 3 ways to estimate your profit margins. You can use our DSM Google Sheet calculator, description down below. You can even use the US eBay fee calculator, again, description down below. And by having DSM Tool, we already calculate the profit as well for you. So you have 3 sources. So that is pretty cool. Then you head over to item specific. This is very important, especially how Project Cassini from that is the eBay's algorithm. They want the more specification you have of the product, the better for you as a seller. And also buyers would like to all read more about what the item is. So you have here the MPN, UPC brand, and all that information. You can get it from this page over here as much as you can. You can even use this information from the same website, from the same product page from the seller who you are trying to compete with. So let me go ahead and show you that right now. I believe it's over here. Hold on, guys. Let me look for the product. so I can show you exactly what I'm trying to do. There you go. So this is the products page. You can find specifics by scrolling down in the description tab. You have item specifics, so you can fill information from what you have from CJ, and also you can fill more information from what you can see here and find on the products page from this seller who you are wanting to compete against, right? So you fill that every single piece of information over here. Not to mention, you can also create more specifics by clicking on this button, creating the detailed name and then the value of it. And then this is pretty much what the buyer will see once that person enters your store. So let's go ahead and take a quick look, a quick preview. Look at this. This is very, very beautiful. Again, you can edit the title. There's the features. Look at that. That's very cool. Not to mention, you have your payment policies, shipping policies, delivery and return policies, everything I just showed you before. And yeah, guys, this is a few things that you can optimize, and then you have the ongoing optimization process. That is, once you already, this is what you do. You optimize this at the full extent as you can to work with eBay search engine optimization. But also, not only that, you want to be on top of, before publishing it, you do this, but after publishing it, you want to be on top of everything. So you want to list consistently. You can do an ongoing optimization process by using this schedule feature over here. Look at this. So you can publish at any time, any day in the month or any year. But obviously, let's say I want to list 4 items that I sourced from CJ, which I already have. Let's say CJ already got back to me and offered me the product with the price that they negotiated with, so I can list an item every single day, one item. I can work a full day on optimizing all the listings with each item I want to start selling, and then I can schedule it for the upcoming days without me being on top of it every single time. So it's going to be, for you as a seller, it's gonna make your life so much easier. Again, that's very important. And now again, we have useful links. And guys, I don't want to get too much into details. We have more information on DSM Tool, but also we're going to be making more videos. Don't worry, because that is what we do here. We create more content. Okay guys, so that's a wrap on this introduction video of CJ Dropshipping and the wholesale model. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understood each key point I mentioned. You can leave on the comment section down below a question you may have. Just tell me where you're from as well. Just engage with us, guys. Help us with the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe if you aren't already. Hit the notification bell button, because we're constantly putting out live content as well as regular content per week. We're trying to do that per week. And last but not least, check out our DSM Academy blog page. Every single link is going to be in the description down below. Use our DSM Calculator, and also use our DSM Tool software. It's great software, as you guys saw on the video, and we have much more videos on how to list properly products, and we're having a webinar on eBay search engine optimization. So stay tuned for all that information. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's video. You have a great day, night, depending on your time zone, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.